Darrius, are you looking at the offense now and thinking, if I get the ball more, there's more I can do? Is there a frustration at all there?
No frustration. Any opportunity that I get, I try to make the best of it. Each and every day. So that's really my main priority. No frustration coming from it.
Kris, what the turnovers? I guess is the answer to this. What is that the only issue with the offense? Is there any other issue there besides just turning the ball over?
We haven't put up points, which is a big deal for us. We've done everything that we can to fix that, and we're set up this week to be able to score some points. We have a good game plan in already, and I feel like cutting down on those turnovers and just being able to execute in the red zone will really turn that around for us.
Coach Mason said there's a lot more pages to the playbook that Coach Ludwig can't get to because you guys, the drives haven't gone far enough. Is there a lot of the offense that we just haven't seen yet?
There is. Of course, it's our job to make the offense go, and Ludwig is able to call what he wants to call, and it's not our job to speculate what he's calling or what he hasn't called. And all we have to do is go out and make the plays.
Darrius, have you ever ran any like Wildcat or anything like that before?
Well, in high school I ran a couple of Wildcats, but not as far as my collegiate career.
Andrew, how are you guys handling you get a lot of short field the other day. That on one side you can say, well, the offense shouldn't have put us in this position. On the other, you guys have to make a stop. How do y'all balance those?
I mean, pretty much every time we hit the field, our mentality is that we got to keep them out the end zone. When one side of the ball is struggling, the other side's got to be there to pick it up. So, that's kind of our mentality whenever we go out there, just keep them out of the end zone. And, we've been pretty good at, keeping them out of the end zone when we're backed up in the red zone. But, that wasn't the case last week, and we just have to be better on defense. So,
Zach Cunningham has made a whole lot of big plays. Played as well any linebacker in the league the past month or so. What is it that's kind of made him shoot up over the past month?
if you just go out there and watch that man play, he's fast and he's physical. And playing in this league at linebacker, if you're fast and you're physical, you'll be able to make plays. And as you can see, that's what he's doing, making plays sideline to sideline. So.
Andrew, our coach talked about how you guys didn't do really well in the quick turnaround situation with the short field and penalties and things like that. How upset were you guys with that, and what happened? Was there just a loss of focus, or what did you see happening there?
Yeah, it's just an area where we just had to be better, Like I said, we've been good in the red zone, and we just didn't get it done last game. So, just an area where we can take focus back into practice this week, and we'll be better next week.
Kris, how do you deal with there's a lot of injuries on this team right now, a lot of concussions? I think you've dealt with that. Do you guys feel at all a frustration over we snake bit in this lineup right now?
No, you can never think about that. It's the next guy up mentality. Whoever it is, no matter how young or how old he is, the next guy up has to be the one to prove that his worth and be able to step up into that role.
Just how scary is it going through that? I mean, that's a pretty major injury, and you're talking to doctors, and I'm sure your future maybe flashes through your head a bit. What's that like to go through that?
Well, our training staff here is awesome. The protocol that I went through was, although tedious, it needed to be done, and they did it to the best of their ability. And I feel like their reinforcement of going through that protocol and having them by my side really helped me out and doesn't make the process so scary. I mean, of course, it is a frightening thing to have. Concussions aren't fun, and it's never a good thing to have your brain bruised like that. But having them by my side really helped me out, and it made the whole process a lot easier.
Is that a situation though where you get a phone call from your parents and you talk through it? Because I mean, those things damage people beyond college. I mean, how heavy does that weigh on you when you're going through it?
Well, I'm on the other end of it now.
Yeah.
So everything went fine, and of course, when you do have setbacks in it, it does become a little frustrating. But I was fortunate enough not to have any setbacks. Mom, of course, was worried, but she's always worried. But yeah, everything turned out fine.
Kris, other players have said that they're comfortable with whatever quarterback is under center on offense. Do you feel the same way, despite the fact that the offense hasn't been able to throw that
Sure
many
do.
points?
Yeah. Doesn't matter who's back there. We're all going to rally for that guy, and he's going to play his best for us.
Darrius, Coach said, Coach Ludwig and Coach Bates said you guys were going to explore every option on offense. Are there still options left there on offense to get this thing going?
There's always room for improvement, you know. Here and there, no matter where it's from the passing game for the passing game or the running game, there's always room to improve. So, like he said, we just want every option, digging deep, high and low. So, you know.
Andrew, last time you guys went to Gainesville, you had a big interception. What sort of went well for you guys that game that you can repeat this week?
Really just went out there and executed the game plan. They play at a high energy level, and that's really what we got to do when we go out there. We got to be able to go out there and match the intensity, and that's the plan that we're gonna do.
Does it help knowing you guys have already been there before and won on the road in the swamp?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Darrius, Ralph's going back home, going back to play Gainesville. Has he mentioned that to you, or has he said anything about family, friends?
Well, me and Ralph always had these conversations, and you know, Ralph has always loved going back home and playing from front of his family, and I'm pretty sure he's stoked about going back there, even though that was one of his dream schools, you know, and that puts another edge on his back. So I expect Ralph to run well.
Are y'all a 1-2 combo right now? Is that how you see it, that both of you guys are kind of the plan in the backfield?
We feed off each other, but it's not just us, it's the whole running back crew as well. If I'm not having a good game, I'm pretty sure Ralph's gonna have a good game, and it's just vice versa for the whole group, so we just feed off each other.
Kris, stylistically, how would you describe Johnny versus Kyle?
They're both they got strong arms. Kyle came in and had one of the strongest arms. I used to play quarterback, and watching those two throw the ball, it's unbelievable to see how strong of an arm they have. They can make any throw on the field. They're both great athletes. There's really no difference between the two. They both have the ability to make any play on the field. Honestly, they're very similar in stature, size too, so it's almost a toss-up between the two.
One or two more questions.
Darrius, your role has kind of been in this program to kind of plug the hole wherever that's been, whether it's defensive back or receiver. You've been a running back for a while now. How much does that help you being in one place and just having to learn one way of doing things versus being in a different place every week?
It really calms things down for me, you know, but they wouldn't put me in a position that they know I wouldn't dominate in. So being a running back is really good right now, you know, just learning the plays, and also just going back and forth from running back and wide receiver has really been a help. Not just stuck at running back, but just moving me all over the place and try to give me different looks in different areas on the field.
One more question. You guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.